Hey, how's going guys? You are watching Free Cloud Gaming YouTube channel. Today in this video I am going to show you top 5 games like GTA 5 for low-end PCs with 4GB RAM and no graphics card. And all the above 5 games are listed randomly. Which means that the number of the game will not define the quality of the game. So now let's get started after the intro.
Let's roll.
3, 2, 1.
On number 5 spot we have Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 3. Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 3 is a 2011 first-person shooter video game developed by Infinity Ward and published by Activision. The game's campaign follows Modern Warfare 2 and begins right after the events of its final mission. Similar to Modern Warfare 2, it is centered around the Task Force 141, which contains Captain Price, Soap McTavish, and Jerry, one of the playable characters. Alongside the Delta Force and Special Air Service, they hunt Vladimir Makarov, the main antagonist of the trilogy, a Russian terrorist who leads the Russian Ultranationalist Party. He leads several terror attacks across Europe, triggering a large-scale war between the ultranationalists and friendly forces. The player assumes the role of various characters during the single-player campaign, changing perspectives throughout the progression of the story, which is divided into 3 sets of missions called acts. The player's health regenerates over time as long as the player character avoids taking damage for a limited time. Mission objectives vary in their requirements, ranging from having the player arrive at a particular checkpoint, to eliminating enemies in a specified location, to standing their ground against enemy squadrons, directing remote-operated weapons, and planting explosive charges on enemy installations. The player is also accompanied by fellow soldiers who cannot be issued orders. So definitely worth a try. On number 4 spot we have The Elder Scrolls V, Skyrim. The Elder Scrolls V, Skyrim is an open-world action role-playing video game developed by Bethesda Game Studios and published by Bethesda Softworks. The Elder Scrolls V, Skyrim is an action role-playing game, playable from either a first or third-person perspective. The player may freely roam over the land of Skyrim, which is an open-world environment consisting of wilderness expanses, dungeons, caves, cities, towns, fortresses, and villages. Players may navigate the game world more quickly by riding horses, paying for a ride from a city's stable. The game's main story revolves around the player's character, the Dragonborn, on their quest to defeat Alduin the World Eater, a dragon who is prophesied to destroy the world. Over the course of the game, the player completes quests and develops the character by improving skills. Non-player characters, NPCs, populate the world and can be interacted with in a number of ways. The player may engage them in conversation, kill them or engage them in a non-lethal brawl. Killing certain NPCs can make some quests or items unobtainable. If witnessed, crimes like murder and theft accrue the player a bounty which is tracked independently in each of Skyrim's 9 holds. Should the player be stopped by a guard, they may wipe their bounty with gold or jail time or may resist arrest, which will trigger an aggressive pursuit. It is also possible to bribe a guard, or convince him to forget the crime, if it is a minor offense. NPCs may offer the player additional side quests, and some side quests have parameters adjusted based on nearby dungeons which the player has yet to explore. The player may choose to join factions which are organized groups of NPCs, for example, the Dark Brotherhood, a band of assassins. Each of the factions has an associated quest path to progress through. Each city and town in the game world has jobs that the player can engage in, such as farming. So definitely worth a try. On number 3 spot we have Prototype 2. Prototype 2 is a 2012 open-world action-adventure video game. The game features a new protagonist, James Heller, as he goes on a quest to destroy the Blacklight virus. The story is one of revenge, as Heller wants to kill Alex Mercer, protagonist of the original prototype, after his family was killed in the outbreak of the Blacklight virus. James Heller can shape-shift and assume other people's identities and memories by consuming them. Taking people's identities and shape-shifting into them has become more tactical. Due to Blackwatch's actions in the Yellow Zone, Heller will be able to use weapons in the game, such as ripping the Gatling cannon off a tank and using it against enemies. Heller can also sneak up on unsuspecting human enemies, inject them with the Blacklight virus, turning them into biobomb to blow up spectacularly. Heller also has superhuman strength and agility, near invulnerability to harm, near flight leaping and gliding, infinite stamina, increased speed, and has a sonar sense. Players can use tendrils to smash objects into other objects, such as a car into a tank, utilizing the black hole attack. Players will be able to dismember enemies, a force that will become more useful as the game progresses. There are many more ways to kill enemies, ranging from throwing a car at a group of Blackwatch soldiers, hacking off a mutant's head, or using powers. So definitely worth a try. On number 2 spot we have Metal Gear Solid 5, Phantom Pain. Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain is an open-world stealth game developed by Kojima Productions and published by Konami. Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain is a stealth game in which players take the role of punished Venom Snake from a third-person perspective in an open world. The gameplay elements were largely unchanged from Ground Zeroes, meaning that players will have to sneak from several points in the game world, avoiding enemy guards, and remaining undetected. Included in Snake's repertoire are binoculars, maps, a variety of weapons, explosives, and stealth-based items such as cardboard boxes and decoys. The Phantom Pain encourages players to progress through the game without killing, using non-lethal weapons such as tranquilizer darts to subdue enemies. Players may traverse the game world with vehicles such as jeeps and tanks, in addition to traveling on foot or on horseback, and as certain locations are mountainous, occasionally, players can opt to go rock climbing as a shortcut. They may call for helicopter support against enemy soldiers or request airstrikes that can bomb the target area or change the current weather. Snake can call on companions, including Quiet, a silent female sniper with supernatural abilities, D-Horse, a horse capable of wearing armor and hiding Snake during travel, D-Walker, a manned, highly agile mobile weapons platform that can provide heavy weapons support, and D-Dog, a wolf pup raised and trained on the new mother base to assist him in the field. The companion's abilities and their effectiveness will depend on the player's relationship with them. The Phantom Pain features a base building system that allows players to develop weapons and items from their home base. So definitely worth a try. On number 1 spot we have Assassin's Creed 4, Black Flag. Assassin's Creed 4, Black Flag is an action-adventure video game developed by Ubisoft Montreal and published by Ubisoft. The plot is set in a fictional history of real-world events and follows the centuries-old struggle between the assassins, who fight for peace with free will, and the Templars, who desire peace through control. The framing story is set in the 21st century and describes the player as an Abstergo agent. The main story is set in the 18th century Caribbean during the golden age of piracy, and follows notorious Welsh pirate Edward Kenway, grandfather and father of Assassin's Creed 3 protagonist Ruthan Hayton and antagonist Haytham Kenway. Assassin's Creed 4, Black Flag is an action-adventure, stealth game set in an open-world environment and played from a third-person perspective. The game features 3 main cities, Havana, Kingston, and Nassau, which reside under Spanish, British, and pirate influence. In addition, locations like Port-au-Prince and smaller locations like Greater Inagua are used as main story points. It also features 50 other individual locations to explore, including atolls, sea forts, Mayan ruins, sugar plantations, and underwater shipwrecks. The player will encounter jungles, forts, ruins, and small villages, and the world is built to allow players much more freedom, such as allowing players to engage, board, and capture passing ships and swimming to nearby beaches in a seamless fashion. In addition, the hunting system has been retained, allowing the player to hunt on land and fish in the water, with resources gathered used to upgrade equipment using the crafting system. So definitely worth a try. So that's all for today's video, guys. First of all, thank you so much for watching. And if you liked it, make sure to subscribe and press the bell icon and give this video a thumbs up to show your support on the video in numbers. And I will see you guys in the next video. Till then, stay home and stay safe, and most importantly, take care of yourselves. Bye.